What do we see when we look at a billionaire? We often picture a figure seasoned by decades of corporate battles, their hair tinged with gray. It is a story we know, a narrative we are comfortable with. But what if the story changes? Alexander Wang presents us with just such a puzzle. At the age of 25, he became the world's youngest self-made billionaire. This is not a story of inheritance or lucky break. It forces us to re-examine our assumptions about success, age, and opportunity. How does a 25-year-old build a company valued at over $7 billion? The easy answer is to say he is a genius, but that explanation is incomplete. To understand his rise, we must examine the ecosystem that nurtured him, the forces that shaped him long before he ever wrote a line of code. Hello and welcome. This is Scratch to Fortunes, the channel that takes you inside the rise of billionaires who beat the odds, broke the rules, and built fortunes from scratch. Don't just watch, subscribe, and be part of the journey. Alexander Wang's story begins in Los Alamos, New Mexico. Not just any small town, but the town built around the Los Alamos National Laboratory, the crucible of the Manhattan Project. Wang's parents were physicists who worked on weapons projects for the United States military. This was the air he breathed from his earliest days. He grew up in a household where complex problems were embraced, where intellectual curiosity was the highest virtue. This proximity to high-level problem-solving cannot be overstated. While other kids played video games, Alexander competed in national math and coding competitions. By 6th grade, he was in national math competitions. By 17, he was a full-time coder at Quora. This upbringing provided him with a cultural legacy, a framework for deconstructing difficult problems. The child of two physicists in Los Alamos learns to understand the world as a system of solvable puzzles. This is the Los Alamos advantage. At MIT, Wang was exposed to the next great frontier, artificial intelligence and machine learning. He was in the right place at the right time for an AI revolution. At Quora, he was confronted with a fundamental problem in machine learning. AI systems need vast amounts of data carefully labeled by humans. An AI can't learn to identify a stop sign unless someone shows it thousands of images with every stop sign painstakingly outlined and labeled. This was the bottleneck. Companies worldwide were racing to build AI models, but struggling with tedious, time-consuming data labeling. Wang saw this inefficiency as an opportunity. What if you could build a platform combining human intelligence with smart software to do this at scale, faster and more accurately than anyone else? The idea for Scale AI was born. It wasn't glamorous. It was a picks and shovels idea for the AI gold rush. He decided to drop out of MIT to pursue this vision. Starting a company as a 19-year-old dropout presented immense challenges. Wang faced credibility issues, convincing powerful investors to fund incredibly young founders. They had to prove their youth was an asset, a source of fresh perspective and relentless energy. Wang learned to be a CEO, manager, and leader on the fly. In early days, the work was relentless. Wang himself coded the entire initial platform. They had to be scrappy and determined to deliver for first clients. Scale AI's tipping point came from securing major contracts in autonomous vehicles. Companies like Cruise desperately needed reliable, high-quality data labeling solutions. This created a powerful flywheel effect. Revenue allowed technology investment and workforce expansion, attracting even larger clients and creating competitive advantages. A major turning point was securing contracts with the U.S. government, including the Department of Defense and Air Force, validating their technology for mission-critical applications. In 2021, a funding round valued Scale AI at $7.3 billion, officially making Alexander Wang the world's youngest self-made billionaire. In just a few years, Scale AI went from a two-person startup to a Silicon Valley titan, essential infrastructure for the entire AI revolution. By solving the data labeling bottleneck, Scale AI fundamentally accelerated technological progress, enabling breakthroughs in transportation, robotics, and national security. Wang's journey is more than wealth. It's profound inspiration. He demonstrates that age is not a barrier to ambition. Proving deep focus on difficult problems creates more value than chasing trends. His story encourages young people to lean into unique backgrounds, seeing personal history as advantage. Skills from niche pursuits like competitive math have extraordinary real-world applications. For anyone with a dream, his story offers clear advice. Find the hardest problem you can, something standing in the way of progress, and dedicate yourself completely to solving it. Do not be deterred by age or scale of challenge. In solving that problem, you may not only build a company, but accelerate the future itself. Thanks for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe so you never miss a story that could change the way you see success. See you in the next video.